try something a little different today. Basically, I have a bunch of videos that I shot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get full footage of each call, but I thought they were interesting nonetheless. So this is going to be like a mashup of different videos. So this first one here is basically a leak detection call. My company went out, somebody else went out, found a flat unit, went ahead and charged it up and injected a leak dye, came back, found a leak in the Cormax service port for the suction line, went ahead and replaced it, pulled a vacuum to, according to the notes, about 450 microns, and then charged it up and it was good to go. So about a week later, I got called out to come out and take a look at it. When I arrived, it was flat. So I went ahead and dismantled it, and you're going to see the rest. So here we go. These Cormax things with that super expensive tool. Pulled a vacuum and then I charged it up. So I think that was about 2 weeks ago, and now it's completely flat. I got 2 psi on both sides. It's R22. So I'm trying to find me a leak before I pressurize it with nitrogen. See if maybe there's some dye. And so I got this apart. I see an oil stain right there, and then I don't know if you can see it here, but that whole thing's green. So I'm thinking that's my leak right there. So I think I'm gonna put a little refrigerant in here and go over it with the leak detector and see if that's my leakage right there. But yeah, that's all green stuff, so I think that's it. Okay, so we got the H10 leak detector. We're just, I haven't put anything in here yet. We've already got it to go off. Alright, so I pull it away from the unit to let it reset. That's one. And that's two. Technically that's three. Yep. So that's our leak. So as you saw, that leak was actually pretty obvious. It had a nice oil stain, lots of dye. Basically used the H10 Pro, aka the Bloodhound, to verify that leak. But that one was pretty obvious. But yeah, that was the H10 Pro by Bacharach. Sponsor. You know me right here. Free tools. What? No? Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Awesome leak detector, by the way. But anyway, so we found the leak, and so we're gonna probably end up changing that coil. But that's for another day. So we're gonna move on to this next call. So this next one was a no cooling call, brand new system. I think it was in for like a month or two, and when he turned on the air conditioner, it was just blowing hot air. And most of the time they're like, yeah, it's blowing hot air, but in this case it was actually blowing 90-degree air. So I was like, what the heck? So when I got there, I was checking the pressures and it looked like it was overcharged, so I pulled out a little bit of refrigerant, I think a couple pounds, but it didn't seem to do the job. So I looked a little further, and you're gonna see what happened. This one's a pretty weird one. So here we go again. Got a system here where it's not cooling. It's brand new. First time they turned it on was installed back in November. Pressures were pretty high, so I initially thought it was overcharged. But I just went inside to check the temperatures at like 93 degrees coming out of the vent. Yeah, my superheat's high, subcooling's low, so it wasn't overcharged. I think what's happening is I think the heater might be running at the same time, which is causing my pressure to increase. So I'm probably gonna have to put 2.5 pounds I took out back in, but we'll see. We're gonna go up in the attic right now and take a look. So here we go. Well, we're up here in the attic, and sure enough, the burners are on. All the air conditioning's running now. This has a Lennox M30 thermostat, and I have a feeling that it might be set up for a heat pump, which if that's the case, it might be sending a signal to, it might be energizing W. So we're gonna go check that first, and then we'll come back up here and check the wiring if that doesn't fix it. So here we go. Alright, so I have the thermostat on downstairs, and cool. Now I jumped this out and just the AC came on. So I think it's either an issue with the wire or the actual thermostat itself. But we do W to C, getting 24 volts, which we should be getting. And if we go Y to C, we're getting 24. So that means Y and W is being energized at the same time. That's why we got both coming on. Oh boy. So either now I can't find any shorts here. So either the thermostat for some reason is calling for heat, which I already checked the settings and it's all set up right, or there's a short somewhere. Now good news is I do have an extra wire here, so I could probably switch it for that. But I'm gonna actually make sure I'm not getting voltage on it first. So go ahead and do that. that one was pretty weird. It was heating and cooling at the same time. So I went ahead and looked a little further. It ended up being the thermostat. The relay for heating was stuck closed, so it was always calling for heat. So I went ahead and changed it out. We ended up changing it out for a Nest. Client wanted a Nest anyway, so honestly those M30s, I don't really care for them. I've been coming across a lot of issues, weird stuff like that. But he's back up and running. He's cooling. I went ahead and charged the refrigerant. I took out back into it. I think it was like a couple pounds. But yeah, everything's good with that one. So on to this next one. So here we go with the next one. Basically, I was sent out to change out a compressor, and when I took it apart, I found a sweater over the condenser coil. So take a look.
We got two little holes where it can breathe. Here we go.
All right, let's clean this bad boy up. Worst thing about it is they have a maintenance program. And we've been trying to come out and service this thing. They keep either rescheduling or canceling. This never gets done. And surprise, surprise, compressor burnt out. And then it's all our fault. You really got to do regular maintenance on these things, or you're just going to have problems. Wetter on this thing. Ugh. So we're going to do a pass with water to get the big stuff off. Yeah, I know. I don't have my water nozzle. I don't know where it went.
So we're doing a recovery. Got the coil all clean. Not perfect, but a lot better. We changed the compressor, line dryer. That's me in recovery. Yeah, I know, I was lazy. I didn't want to get an extension cord. Water bucket with cold towels. Almost there. Getting my vacuum stuff ready. That's over there. So yeah. Now we got the bolts out. Sweat that off. Bring a new one. Raise it in. Swap that out. Yes, I do got the official one. So, yeah, that's nice.
All right, so it's in there. New line dryer, new compressor. We have it under pressure, nitrogen, 212. It's actually going up, so that's cool. Yeah, so got the coil clean. We're gonna go ahead and clean up and put this thing back together, pull a vacuum, and then charge it up.